Hey, hello friends, and welcome to the second episode of the UI design series on RetroPortal Studio. This is going to be a SpeedCode video, and in this we're going to be taking a look at creating this gorgeous food app UI. So before starting the SpeedCode, let's take a look at the project setup. Okay, so in this project setup, I have this My App, which is a stateless widget, and in this I'm returning a material app. Before returning the material app, I'm using the system Chrome to set the color for the status bar. In the material app, I'm using the theme property to set the theme data. And in this theme data, I'm setting the text theme, which is this default text. Now, what is this default text? For this, we can go to this constants file in the utils package. In this constants, I have different color constants to use throughout the application. And after this, I have this text theme called default text. And in this text theme, I'm setting the style value for different properties like headline 1 to headline 6, body text 1, body text 2, subtitle 1, subtitle 2, button, and caption. You can also see that I'm defining the font using Google Fonts. And for this, I'm using the Google Fonts package that is in this pubspec.yaml file. Other than the Google Fonts, I also have this Flutter Toast, INTL, and this slide to act package that we're going to use for add to cart. Other than this constants file, I also have this widget functions that is also in the utils package. In the widget functions, you can see that I have two functions, that is add vertical space and add horizontal space, and they both return sized box based on the value given to them in the argument. We're going to use these functions throughout the app design, so every time we want to give some extra space, we don't have to write sized box, and instead we can just write add horizontal space or add vertical space. Back to the main.dart file. You can see that for the property of home, I'm returning a landing screen, and this landing screen is coming from the screens package. You can see that we have the landing screen here. I have some constants defined on the top. We're going to use these constants as mock data, and for the landing screen itself, I have created this as a stateful widget. And in the build function, I'm just returning a scaffold with a container. For all the images that we're going to use in this UI, I have this assets directory, and in this I have these images, and here you can find all the images that we're going to use in this project. Other than this, there's nothing more to the project setup. You can find the complete code for this design under the RPS UI episode 2 directory in the RPS UI collection project on RetroPortal Studio GitHub. The link to this GitHub project will also be in the description of this video. So let's get started with the speed code. with this, you have the first screen of the UI complete. Now, as we did in the last episode, you have to create the second screen of this UI by yourself. And the complete code for this app is available on GitHub, so try to create the screen on your own. And if you face any problem, you can check out the GitHub code and get your solution from there. I hope you found this video useful, and if you do, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and also consider following me on Twitter for future updates. See you next time. Peace.